Hey everybody, welcome to Kirkin Off, a weekly podcast where my cousin and I talk about Kirk Minihane and the happenings inside his world. My name's Buddy. He's Bomb X Daddy. Bomb X Daddy, say hello.
Hello.
You are the fucking worst. What jersey you wearing? Dave Andrews?
Yeah.
Classy. Andrew, what's up?
Hey guys, happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
We got an extra hour of sleep. That's why I'm in a good mood.
I know. I still woke up at fucking 6:30. Mark and Haver posted the 420 thread. He's like, "Oh, good, an extra hour of sleep that I won't be able to get, like, still or whatever, some shit like that." I was like, "It's a good tweet." But so we probably won't have that long of a show today. I can't we don't have like that much to talk about, obviously, except for like Kirk taking mental time. But that was one of the saddest things I've heard like in a while. Like, you know what I mean? I know BMD called into Cully's show to talk about it a little bit, and he sounded pretty sad. Sneaker said you were crying, and I was like, I had to go and listen to it. I was like, okay, it did kind of sound like you were crying a little bit.
I did choke up. I choked up, and
for real?
I regained my composure.
With like a real choke up?
Yeah, I was like thinking about him crying and shit.
It's hurtful.
And I was just like,
not hurtful.
I don't know, whatever. I'm very sensitive.
I know, it's okay. But that really was so fucking sad.
Yeah.
Andrew?
It was the worst I've ever heard him on air when talking about things like this by far. And I think this one feels different. I know in the past we've seen him, he's taken a week off, taken a month off. I hope I'm wrong. It has the feeling like I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come back. If it's not good healthy wise for him mentally to come back and keep doing things like this. And
he said that. He said he might not be back, you know?
Yeah. I don't see it. I've never heard him like this way before, and it's scary to listen to his going through some own demons before in my past. It's a scary feeling, and to hear that is.
You can just hear the Cullinane and Andrew, where he just has thinking about himself.
I mean, I don't have it as bad as him, it seems, and I'm thankful for it. But like that's scary to listen to.
Yeah, it was tough. I couldn't listen to the interview. I listened to the Kirk said what he had to say, and I think everybody said what they needed to say on Twitter. There's just no words to explain how important Kirk is to us. And to all the Minute fans, really. So it sucks that he's gone. We've had some days to sit on it and reflect. Mm-hmm. And, he's been on and off Twitter a couple of times. Now he deactivated again. So I don't know what he's going through.
Yeah, I know. That when I saw his tweet, like, hey, I can't stay out of this, like Business Insider, like Murchison fight and stuff. I was like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Because he had already got off Twitter. He just like within a day had jumped back in. I don't know. What's up?
Selfishly, I wish he was around right now because I would love to have him break down, just that Business Insider article. Just do what Kirk does best, when he goes at people that come after us and comes after Barstool and stuff. That would have been great content, I'm sure, but stuff happens. He's going through stuff, and we just want him to get right so he can come back to us or just be around for his family.
The one thing I said like from the beginning, and like I don't like I'm there. There are guys like even like by Mike's penis honestly said in the chat, right? Like he could like not right before Kirk announced that he was taking time. BNP was like, oh, you can tell Kirk's right about when he needs a break when he's laughing on the show, and then like minutes later, Kirk tweets that out. You know what I mean? But like, so like I'm not claiming to say like that I knew that this was coming, but at the end of Saco 4, he says you're gonna get another week of shows, and I don't know after that. So like, since Saco 4, I've been anticipating like him just be like whatever it is, just taking like even if it wasn't a mental break, just being like, I don't know, I want to take some more fucking weeks off to work on the case or something. Like that's honestly what I thought he meant was about the case. But like, I don't know.
Yeah. So what happens? I mean, let's just say he just comes back. Does he just solely focus on the case? I mean, we don't even know the progress he's made on the case. So is that something he continues to do, or does he just drop everything altogether? What do you think?
I don't know. I think if Kirk's done like I feel like if Kirk's done with KMS, he'd be done with the case. But that's just like me as a KMS fan who likes KMS more than the case.
Mhm.
But like the case is worth more and not easier to do. It's definitely not easier like things to like live through. You know what I mean? He's got to see all that fucked up shit, or hear all these fucked up stories and stuff when he's trying to do that. Like that's obviously tougher on him than like having some laughs on the show. But like if it's you know, I don't know. I just hope he comes back. You know,
Yeah, Andrew.
and obviously I hope he does what's right for him.
Mm.
But like, but selfishly, like you said, I hope. I hope he takes all the time he needs, but I hope KMS isn't done. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, buddy. What I think you're trying to say is that it's a different level of stress rather than dealing with
Yeah, right.
more so the merchant sins, the Business Insider articles who go after the hit pieces. You'll get less of that when you're doing a true crime type of podcast, but you're dealing with a much deeper, heavier subject set. So it's
Right. Yeah.
it's one of
That's
those
how a smart person would have said it. Yeah.
so it's one of those double-edged swords for that for sure. I mean, again, it just had a different feeling than the last times. So I'm fully expecting 2 months, 3 months, and again, selfishly, I think we'd all like him to come back. We all love the show. That's why we're all here. But it's at the end of the day, he's going to do what's best for him. So I hope I'm wrong in that it's that he will come back. But I wouldn't be surprised if this was like I'm good, and just focus on himself.
So, well, the good thing is, I guess Cullinane. I did call and I just wanted to see how Cullinane was doing too, because that kind of he sprang it on him. But it seems like Cullinane's going to kind of like pick up I don't know, just do some content anyway. It seems like he's going to be on once or twice a week. I don't know what the frequency is. Do you know, Andrew?
I don't know the specifics for the frequency. I know
Okay.
there's a bunch of things, and you're even seeing it in the Minifan world. Like you saw Menor say he's gonna do some things with some people. Tim and Canton
Yeah,
and I are working on something right now. So
I know. I can't wait.
we're gonna have there'll be content. And I think that's the beauty of this world is that we kind of can help each other during these times. And I hope for Cullinane, if whenever he comes on, it's again he's probably the most lovable guy unintentionally because he doesn't have a bad bone in his body and at the end of the day he just wants to make content and sometimes he does stupid things and snaky things but he does it with a good heart. So it'll be interesting to see what he does over the next couple of days and who knows, maybe if this becomes more permanent, does he get his dream of hanging out with the Spit and Chiclet boys?
As an intern, I don't know. They got Mikey, right? They love Mikey.
I
They're
love
fine.
Mikey.
Yeah. So you know what I wanted? I wanted to do like just what are like the percentages you think we get on another KMS show? Like go around the room.
I think he'll be back. I'd say like 80%.
Yeah, I'm around there. I was gonna say like 75.
I 45. I'm
on
on
there, yeah.
more likely than as the great ESPN would say, more probable than not.
Yeah, but like, yeah.
And I think
I know. That's not a bad way to live either, because if he comes back, then you're like, hey, I wasn't even expecting this. This is nice.
Yeah.
For us, we'll be hurt. BMD.
I think he cares. Like he he trashes us and whatever, but it's all in good fun. But I think I don't want to say he cares too much, but I think he does care a lot, and I think he doesn't want to let us down. So I think he may come back. I don't know.
I don't think Kirk thinks about that at all.
I don't know.
No, I
he
know.
shits on us, but he's a really good guy.
Of course, yeah, no, and I agree. Like with Cully, like what Cully said on his like little wrap up show there Thursday, the one that you called into, where he said like he obviously knows what he has and he values us, but like he doesn't fucking care. Like he's not and shouldn't come back to do KMS if it's not what's best for him. You know what I mean? He's not gonna fucking come back because BMD wants another episode. Like that's not who Kirk Minihane is. You know, or like that's not who we like.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not who
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just feel like I don't know. I have like he's so in tune with the world because he listens to podcasts because he's made comments about certain things. So I think maybe that I don't know. Maybe he cares too much and he shouldn't and should just do him like you said. Yeah.
Which fucking like which would suck for us, but like hey, life goes on. Like you know, like we figure it out. You know, I just hope he does what's right. You want to talk about the shows at all this week, or not?
We can hit on some stuff.
I didn't have like too much to comment on. I thought the pizza guy thing was mad fucking funny. Like Cully getting shook. Cully
good
was
pizza.
like legit like mad at Kirk.
I will say it is good pizza. It is good pizza.
Oh, you had it?
I had it. We went down to Norwood, met Tim and Canton down there. And so it does bring up, okay, so I think the best, because there was some debate going on, like what is Greek style pizza? So
Was there?
there was questions about it because most people don't understand. There's New York style, there's Greek style, there's deep dish. So what I wouldn't describe this as Greek pizza. Because it's similar in like texture to Papa Gino's, and I wouldn't call Papa Gino's Greek pizza. I'd call that more of that New York style, very thin slice with the sauce and the cheese, which is good.
I go for Papa Gino's for lunch.
So that's how I would describe it. I wouldn't call it necessarily Greek style. Greek style's got a little more thick crust to it, and if you grew up in Bristol, there's one clear best Greek pizza place. So
Who?
classic by far.
No, there. I don't want to talk pizza. But all right. So, do we want to touch on my buddy Dave Cullinane's Gooch had a good call, and he brought up the Cannonball run.
Yeah, we can do that if you want.
Do you want to do that? I want to talk about that really quick.
Yeah.
So he's listened to the podcast like 3 times over. He's listened through like a bunch of times. So he called in this week to ask about the Cannonball run that they had talked about in March 2019 or 2020.
2020. There was no show in March 2019.
Okay, it's doing like a Cannonball run style show where you just get clues. You get in a team with the car and you just go to where the clues lead you for the show. So with that being said, Buddy came out with this excellent idea of doing a draft of who we put on our Cannonball.
No. Well, it's the only way to be because So it sucks. I think it's bad, and Kirk would hate this if he ever listened to it. But like everybody wants Tim McCann, so like, are we gonna have overlapping cars, or are we not? Like that's the only thing I'm saying. So then this way we could do it a little bit different. But,
how many people per car?
4.
3, 4. Okay.
Oh, you want to say 3 to make it easy, or do you want to say 4? Andrew had a 4 up.
Well, so if we're gonna do a normal car, so it'd be us and 4 other people.
Oh, no!
Team of 5 or team of 4?
Yeah. How many people in a car?
4 people in a car. So it's we each pick 3 team.
3 other people.
We each pick 3 team members.
All right. Who got first pick?
Andrew BMD, then me.
Okay.
Well, the first pick's clear. It's Tim and Canton. The guy knows everything about the show.
Cool.
He's a historian, and as an added bonus, the best part about a Cannonball run is you're crossing state lines. You'll be listening to a lot of AM radio, a lot of local radio. Guess who's going to be calling into all the local radio stations on the way? You get entertainment and smarts with Tim and Can. Clear number 1 pick.
I'm going to go with Madawaska Rob as my pick because he seems like he'd be a good driver. And he knows stuff about the show.
I have 2.
Yeah, you get 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Phil McCooch because he knows fucking everything. And Dave Cullinane's Gooch. Fuck you, I'm taking him from you because he's listened to the show like 6 times. So.
Dave Cullinane's Gooch. Yeah. All right. Kevin from Bristol.
Okay.
I'm sure if he gets annoyed, we could just put a ball gag in his mouth. But yeah, Kevin from Bristol.
He might like that too much, though. Yeah. So with Tim, I want the fun car. This car is going to be fun, and it's going to be with the goals in mind. So give me Minifan lore. I want Lauren Lynn. Again, another knowledgeable person. You're going to need someone who's not going to be as stupid as the rest of us guys in there. So Lauren's going to take that. So I got Tim and Lauren, and then my third, bringing it back. You know what? Justin. Just give me Justin.
That makes sense.
Because we need lists to keep us entertained throughout. Justin can list off all the best Kirk Minihane shows as we go. So that's mine.
Oof. I think a lot of people are going to be offended that they left out, but
yeah,
one name that comes to mind for my next pick is Tim Ridgels.
No,
I'm picking Tim because I know he'd provide the road sodas, and that's really what I need for a long trip.
So who's your car, BMD? Madawaska, Rob, Tim, and who?
And Kevin from Bristol.
Oh, Kevin, what a fucking car. That car stinks. I can tell you that.
Rob's going to get high. We eat, we'll
I'll see
drink.
Mhm.
Kevin
Um,
be Kevin and entertain us.
yeah. Along the same token, I guess I'd have to take Chris and Methuen, like since we had
Mm,
some weed around, you know. But
yeah,
I think that's a pretty solid car. But
yeah.
whatever. I don't know what
We'll
Cannonball
leave it
Run
up to
is,
the
but I
fans.
think that's
You
pretty
don't know what the
fun.
Cannonball Run is?
Not really. I mean, there was one on USA when we were growing up. Remember that?
Yeah.
It's
But like that's the only like so okay, so I know like a little bit about it, but that's why I got those two smart guys, and then me and Chris will just hang out.
Yeah.
But
I made a prank call this week.
how'd it go? You made two, I heard.
Yeah, they were back to back on the same show. The guy I called. So hopefully, Andrew, you said you had a shorter version of it.
yeah, I can shorten them down a bit. We can play the first call and then
Yeah.
the second call.
Yeah, like edit, like just edit it, and then we can just give it to Buddy, and then put it at the end of the show.
No, how?
Or-
Oh, you can't just do it now.
I mean, I can do. I
We
can pull it up.
It's fucking
I can pull it
1
up
to
now.
6 minutes long, but you'd have to fast forward through it,
Yeah, I can find
and
the
I
spots.
can talk you through it. I mean, if you want to listen to it, you can.
Yeah, I
but-
can.
How long is it? 26.
Well, like
No, 6 minutes.
The first one,
Because the guy just rambles.
I
Because
was like, what the fuck?
it's
go
so
ahead, Andrew.
the way to explain it is there's some situation going on in Rhode Island now where a former high school basketball coach is in trouble for I shouldn't be laughing about this, but he's in trouble for administering fat tests to kids naked. A kid complained. There's this whole thing up in North Kingston.
We know it for years.
For years. So BMD calls in trying to get the hosts. What would you say his opinion on the Business Insider story? Was that
Yeah,
what
the
you were
Business
trying to
Insider
say?
article. I tried calling as one of his. I tried doing an impression as one of his regular callers,
Good afternoon.
and I went too quickly, and he's like, "What? What are you talking about? Email? The email?
Yeah.
But
So here's
Just play it and then just fast forward."
here's the beginning.
You're on the air. Thanks for calling.
Mr. John, did you get my email?
Did I get your email?
Yeah, I sent you an article about the Business Insider.
About what?
Hit piece they get on the Business Insider. Hit piece they get on Barstool.
I have no idea what that person just said. To be honest with you. Why would he call if I got the email? That makes no sense, does it?
Yeah, because then he just rambles on, and then he.
Anyway, that's the way it's done, my friends.
He just gives it a
What
long.
is your next call?
Yeah, can you fast forward a little bit?
Oh, I got it.
All right.
This man has been able to
I love this
survive like that. Yeah, the man is something wrong with him.
Not
Hey,
me.
about you?
No, the coach.
When I,
Tragedy.
No, Kingsley
when
Coach.
I can say it is a tragedy, isn't it? But
Oh.
you're not allowed to mumble like that.
Oh yeah,
Only I can do that.
He's still going.
Good afternoon,
Yeah.
you're on the air.
John, yeah, it's a tragedy what's going on there with the North Kingston coach. Went on for years. Years.
Now, what do you think he would do that? Well, how would that? Where's been the parents? You're not going to tell me these kids didn't tell their parents that.
I mean, I don't know. A child may be difficult. They might think it's normal. I know Mike Geary, he was one of the victims there. He came out in the newspaper. He was stating himself that he was fat tested and they checked him and everything. He had to do the hernia test and everything. It was a tragedy.
It's like in the military.
Yeah.
That's a
But it's not the military. It's a basketball team. They did the hernia test, and I even think they gave him a suppository.
You got to be kidding me!
You should have just named off, dude.
Wow,
Oh,
It's unbelievable, John.
it's amazing
know.
that this man has been able to survive like that. Yeah, the man is something wrong with him.
poor.
that was it, right?
Yeah, that was he keeps rambling on about it after too, and he's convinced by the end of the call. He's convinced that the disgraced coach was the one that called in first.
That's pretty good. I don't got anything else. You guys got anything?
No. I just
Oh.
wanted to.
I got
Oh, going forward, yeah.
Oh yes. Oh, about like Kirkin Off.
Yeah.
That's not what I was gonna do, but
Oh,
that's a good point. Yeah. So like we'll figure out what to do like without shows. I think we have a pretty good idea like down, but that's a few weeks away.
Yeah.
But we'll probably just I don't know. We'll have an interview somewhere in here. I know we want to have Red on, so we'll figure that out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got and then but I don't know. We'll figure out something to do.
Yeah.
BMD's an ideas guy. He'll come up with an idea for us.
Yeah, I wanted to do something sentimental, but it's probably not a good idea. I'll get made fun of it. We'll talk about it off the air.
Why don't we just do it now? You don't want to do it now?
No.
Okay.
It's a cheesy idea.
All right, we're all friends here. Yeah, so we'll figure that out. But the last thing I wanted to say is, so I guess Justin had some podcast like feed for like the show or whatever. I'm not sure. But like Cullinane took it over, and now he wants to like centralize like Minifan content. So like it sounds to me just like the YouTube channel. Like he wants to centralize like the Minifan like wrap up shows. Like I know like so we're gonna upload our stuff there. And I think he had reached out to a couple other shows. Like we're hoping. Well, I think Kelly said he's hoping the Anal and Manners like want to upload there too, since they do wrap ups. But for sure, us. He said his own personal wrap ups. I think that's where he'll drop podcasts like while Kirk's away, like not on the RSS feed. So if you want to check that out, I think it's called Minifan HQ. We'll definitely link to it when we tweet it out. I want to make sure I get it right.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, Minifan HQ wrap up shows and more. Some shit it says. Wrap up shows, reactions, and more. Yeah, that's what it said. So we'll drop there. We'll link to it, tweet it out, and shit. But yeah, so you guys got anything else? No.
I mean, that Business Insider piece. It's
Yeah.
it's entertaining. And then I besides all the Minifan sleuthing and all the stoolies that have been sleuthing, trying to corroborate any stories, the fact that NBC News comes out a day later and just says, "Oh yeah, there is no police report. We couldn't see it." Just
What?
The journalistic integrity of Business Insider is about to go to shit. And that reporter now, the best she can ever, like, she can't even get on MSNBC. I bet with that how sloppy this is going to be coming out.
Hope you're right.
I know. Fuck them.
So, I don't know. What else? That's it?
That's all I got.
All right.
I gotta go work on my DFS stuff.
All right, we'll be back next week.
Maybe.
Maybe. Uh-oh.
No, maybe take a week off.
All right, yeah. Because this came out late, yeah.
No, we'll figure it. We'll do something.
Yeah.
We're bored. Well, we're bored right now. As you can tell, everybody's bored listening to this. All right, we're done.